Hey everyone, Heather McColly here, Director of Career Development and the New Homes Division. Welcome to McColly Tidbit number 8. Today we're going to take a good inside look at Moxi Present. Remember, this can be used for sellers or buyers. It's also where you go to make the quick flyers. So I'm going to go through a seller presentation and kind of show you guys how to personalize it and modify it to make it your own. Alrighty, so we're going to start off going to Connect, and through Connect, we're going to go ahead and open up Moxi Present. And we want to go to Create New in the top right-hand corner, and today we're going to make a seller presentation. We're going to use the default seller. So this is something that's preloaded in here by corporate, and I'm going to show you guys how once you get a presentation how you like it with the pages you like it. I'll show you how to save it to make it your own template. And then I'm going to just call this McColly Tidbit. Alrighty. Now, typically when you are going on a listing appointment, you are not going to have an MLS number for that home unless it's a recently expired or the seller has only lived there for a couple of years. Then the MLS number portion of this probably isn't useful. You can always try, if you find the MLS number, to plug it in here and press enter and see if it pulls it up. But for the sake of how things usually go, we're going to go ahead and plug the address in manually. So I pulled an address in Havenwood and in Cedar Lake, and people will ask me, well, how much of this information do I have to fill out? And the short answer is as much as you want your seller to see. So you could go ahead and, do what you would normally do when you're preparing a CMA. Go to the Treasury website and everything. If you know how many bedrooms it has, how many bathrooms, if you know the square foot, and we know it's a single family home. So this is all information that you could go ahead and fill in, but you don't have to have it all filled in. All right, we'll say yes, it has a basement. Yes, it has a fireplace. Okay, and this is also going to help it with pulling your comps. So there's any notes you could make on the features, maybe granite in the kitchen, etc. If you know your seller just redid their kitchen, custom cabinetry. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead all the way at the bottom, press continue, and it's going to pull to where that subject property is, and it's going to pull us some comps. But let's say, well, these don't really look like, good comps, or we don't have enough. The way to find more is go to your filters here, and you can clear out whatever you want. So let's say we want to see up to 2,500 square feet. And let's see, building styles. So we know this home is a ranch. So we want to put ranch in here. Also, you can modify here if you want to see actives. We probably want to see some solds to show them their comps. And then let's see, last 6 months looks good to me. So you can get as specific here as you want. You need to press apply. And now you can see we have some more homes in here. You can also filter by price, or you can filter by bedrooms and bathrooms. So those were just automatically put in there by what information I specified on the first page under subject property. So usually we're going to want to look at the home a little more in detail. So if you click details, it actually pulls all the information from the MLS. And then you're able to click through here and see if it's a good comp for the home you're going to be going on the listing presentation for. So I'm going to go ahead, just for time's sake, I'm going to select 2 solds, and I'm kind of just scrolling through here. You can also see when you hover over them, you'll see on the right on the map, it'll show you where it is located. If you want to see a little bit more information, you can press that minus sign to zoom out more. So let's see. And I'm going to add that one. And you're going to be more strategic about this than I'm being right now, but I'm just adding these, like I said, for time's sake. Again, if you're not finding ones that you want, go ahead and mess around with the filters, bedroom, bathroom, price, okay? So we're going to scroll down and press continue. Here you can decide how you want them organized. If you want the comps from high to low, low to high, active to sold, whatever works best for you. And then we're going to go down here and press continue again. Estimated pricing. So if you like to come to your seller with a range, here is where you could create a range. So, you know, of course, you've done your diligence and done your research. Let's say we want to say 220,000 to maybe 235. So we haven't seen the full inside of the house yet. So we'll put that in there. And then on this tab, it's kind of a cool feature, the estimated net proceeds tab. This is where if you have more information on the home, like you know it's paid off, or they tell you how much they have left on the mortgage, you can plug in their estimated seller's price, and then you can also add in the title insurance, escrow fee, your percentages in here. So that's really nice because it will give them a good view of what their take home would be, like an estimate of what their take home would be. So that's where you would fill it out. It's a second tab, but once we get to the presentation, I'm going to delete that page from it. Because let's say I don't have enough information or don't feel confident in filling that out at this point. We're going to press continue. And this is going to be an example of what the presentation looks like. So if you want to view it at any point, you can press view right here. I say that it's always nice to look at it in web view because it's interactive, meaning that they can click on any of those comps. So it's already going to have your information and photo in here. And then it's going to go into our listing presentation. And I'm going to show you guys how to modify this, change the order and everything. So I just want to show you what it kind of looks like before we made any edits. So we have our marketing page, Google Analytics, and then here's our property summary. So like I said, see, this is, you know, depending on how much information you put in, this is what it's going to show. On that first page, there was also a spot where you could upload a photo. So if you can pull one that you saw that was on the MLS previously, if you want to take a screenshot of Google Earth, whatever works for you. And this is nice. Here's what I mean by the interactive part. So they can click on any of these and see how it highlights which home it is. And then they could click on that home and the seller can look through the home's information and everything and compare their house to it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. Here's some more information. I like how it shows, you know, it shows them the picture view, the listing overview, and then it shows it, you know, a little more analytical. And then it's going to show the pricing, price versus size. So, you know, of course, the price goes up, the bigger the house typically, price and days on the market. So that gives you a good overview of what it's going to look like without you doing much to it. So now let's go through and edit it. Let's say, you know, hey, for this home, since it's going to be in the low to mid 200 range, we probably don't want to talk about luxury portfolio international. A good rule of thumb is to get your company pages in and the info about you before you go talking about the property so it doesn't kind of pass them by. So I also want to get rid of commercial for this specific presentation. Let's see. And then I didn't put anything on the net proceeds, so I need to get rid of that page because or else it just looks blank. And I want to move my property summary down here. All right, let's see. And let's say real trends, if I want to take that off for this one. You know, you want to keep their attention. Cool. So that's kind of how you can edit it. You know, you can pull and drag to reorder. And then it's as easy as clicking that X to delete a page. The page is not gone forever. Another thing some people may not be aware of is Lionel has added a bunch of great tools for us. The reason they're not automatically in the presentation is because they are geography specific. So if I go to add page and I go to add from library, here's where I am able to go down to broker pages here on the left. So this is where if you accidentally were to have deleted a page from the template, you could re-add it right here. So you click on broker pages here on the left, and we want to look at the top 10. So this is pretty nice because you can add pages such as this one where it'll break it down by county. So you could show your client that we are #1 in all 3 of these counties here in Northwest Indiana. So if you want to add that page, you just press add. And then let's say I also want to add the #1 overall in Northwest Indiana. You can click that. If you click on it, you can get the real-time numbers. Okay. And then let's say since the home I'm listing is in Cedar Lake, that I want to go ahead and click Cedar Lake here. I can add that. So I'm going to add that there. Cool. So I'm going to go back to pages and I want to see where it put those. So let's say I want it to be my information first. Let's say I want to put that right before the listing information. I can drag it down. Okay, cool. So you can play around with the order. Another nice feature under Add Page is Create New. So let's say you either have a PDF with maybe some information about you and or if you're on a team, your team, maybe some pictures. You can upload it as a PDF or you can press Build Page. And this is pretty cool because let's pick a template here and press Create. You can add text, image, video. So video is kind of cool because if you wanted to, probably if you had a video, let's see, yes, continue. If you had a video and you went to Create New and Build Page, I would pick this screen with the big box and press video here. You could upload maybe a video of you introducing yourself personally and why you got into real estate and why you enjoy it. So that would be something that would really help differentiate you. And then once you have made that page, it'll save into your Moxi. So that's nice. All right, so let's say I added my video that I had made and I have this really polished how I like it. Once you do that, you want to press Save as Template. And then this is nice because when you go in to create a new seller one, you could have Heather's seller template, okay? And then press Save. So then instead of just having the company option, you're going to actually have your own template and you're going to be able to go in there and just change out the subject property information. And to share your presentation, you can send it. And I would always recommend if you're emailing it to send it as a presentation because that's going to be that interactive web view. But let's say you're meeting with a client who's more of a paper client. And you can send it to more than one, sorry. You can just separate by comma. But let's say you're sending it to a client who's a paper client. You can press View, Print, Portrait. It's going to turn it into a PDF, so you could go ahead and print that off and take it with you on your presentation. I know this was a lot of information and longer than normal, but I wanted you guys to really see all of the different capabilities of the program. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. You can call me, text me, email me, 219-781-4245 or hmccolly@mccolly.com. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.